Hello everyone, welcome to the end-to-end data engineering project on Google Cloud Platform for banking domain. My name is Shaik Saidhul. I am going to tell you the end-to-end data engineering project we are going to build on top of the Google Cloud Platform. So in this one, the main agenda of this particular session is that we are going to talk about the project introduction and overview, and then we will talk about how a bank works in a real time. And we will also see the architecture overview, how many services that we are using, how we are integrating each and every service. We will also talk about the GCP tech stack. What are the different services in the Google Cloud Platform we are utilizing to create this entire data analytics platform for banking. We will also see how what is the role of a data engineer and what a data engineer do on a banking systems. And finally, if you guys wanted to enroll to this project, I will tell you how you can able to enroll. Now, first of all, we will understand what is this project. In this project, we are going to focus on building a scalable data analytics platform on top of the Google Cloud Platform for the banking domain. So when you look at the banks, right? So in a bank, there are multiple operations are there, such as KBC management, account tracking, or real-time transaction monitoring, and a fraud detection, and customer 360, and regulatory reporting. So there's a huge amount of a data that is coming from different operations such as KYC, account tracking, transactions. So the main purpose of this project is to centralize the data, clean the data, transform the data from these multiple sources, and we are going to create an entire scalable data analytics platform on top of the Google Cloud Platform. Right, so this is the main introduction of the project, and that's the main project scope. That's what we are going to do. And how a bank works in a real time, if you ask me. So whenever a customer visit a bank, either he open up an account or he may update a KYC detail. Whenever he do any kind of an activity, there is a huge amount of data that is getting generated, right? Similarly, so when you visit a bank, you may be doing any kind of a transaction, that's again a data getting generated. And whenever you do some kind of a transactions, whether it could be success or a fail or a pending, so again there's a huge amount of a data for each customer. And balance updates, right? So do transaction, the balance gets changed. And you guys wanted to, a banking systems wanted to generate a daily summaries or customer level insights, or fraud monitoring. Some of the fraud monitoring systems will be there. What it will do, whenever someone is doing some kind of a transaction, it will beep or it will alert you saying that, hey, this transaction could be a fraud detected. So these many systems such as account opening, transactions, balance update, insights, and fraud monitoring, these are the different systems are going to be generating a numerous amount of data, are going to be generating a numerous amount of data. As a data engineer, what we have to do, we need to get the data from these multiple data sources. We have to centralize it, clean it, transform it, and use it for the analysis purpose, so that we can derive some kind of a insight which are very useful for the businesses to grow, right? So that's where, so when it comes to the architecture of this project, in this one, so we are going to have a multiple data sources. So here we are using the Cloud SQL as a one database source, and one more is PubSub for the streaming transactions. And these data sources data will be loaded to the landing. And right, so we will be using the Google Cloud Storage for the landing layer. And from there, we are going to build an entire analytics platform on top of the BigQuery. And in this analytics platform, we are going to use a Medallion architecture such as bronze layer, silver layer, and gold layer. And in each layer, we are going to organize the data, transform the data so that it will be used for the analysis directly. And this data could be used by a consumers such as BI reports or dashboarding, or ML and AI for the insight generation purpose. And while we are doing so, if you guys wanted to automate or orchestrate each and every step from the data sources to the landing to the bronze to the silver to the gold to the visualization, we are going to orchestrate this entire thing with help of the Airflow. So we will be using multiple services for these different activities that we are going to do, right? So you will be focusing on the ingestion, then you are going to focus on a data processing, then data transformation, data analytics, and workflow orchestration, creating an end-to-end pipelines also. The entire things comes under this data platform architecture. Sir, what are the GCP services that we are going to use for this particular project? If you ask me, we are going to use a Cloud SQL, which will be using, we are going to use this as a banking operational data. So it stores the source banking operational data, and we are using the Cloud Pub Sub, which will be handling the real-time transaction events. And then we have a Cloud Dataflow, which will be used for processing the streaming data as well as CDC, change data capture. And we are also using the cloud storage for storing the raw data, and we are also using the data proc for running the PySpark jobs to load it to the bronze layer, and BigQuery, which is your main data analytics platform, and it is your data warehouse. So here you will be having multiple layers like bronze layer, silver layer, gold layer. In each layer you are going to organize the data, and you are going to transform the data, which could derive the data to insight purpose. And we are also using the Cloud Composer to orchestrate the end-to-end pipelines. And we are also using the Cloud Build to deploy the DAX for CI/CD platform. Continuous integration, continuous deployment, we are going to achieve it with help of the Cloud Build. And cloud logging, each and every step whenever we are creating the pipeline, the cloud logging will capture all the logs from the each and every job. So these are the different services. We are also using GitHub. We are also using the Cloud Scheduler. Even more services are also we are using. These are the main services, I would say. And then what is the role of a data engineer here? The role of a data engineer is very critical, as banking systems are generating a massive amounts of the data on a daily basis. Right, so you are going to generate massive volumes of high sensitive data and high value data every second. The data generation is going to happen every now and then. So a data engineer should focus on ingesting this data from the multiple data sources. A data engineer should create a or comes up with a strategy to ingest the data from the multiple data sources and create an end-to-end pipeline which could automate the entire ingestion process. And a data engineer will also focus on processing in the real-time transactions while maintaining the accurate historical records. And a data engineer should focus on the security and compliance so that it can support the fraud detection, risk monitoring, and all of those things. And data curation, so you need to create a clean and high quality data set, which is very useful for the consumer layer such as data analytics platform or BI platforms. And audit and traceability, we need to make sure that ensure that the full data is auditable and quality, and providing a lineage across the entire data platform. And finally, every pipeline, every code, everything that you are going to create should be optimized in terms of the cost also. Optimizing the warehouse performance and managing the operational infrastructure cost. So a role of a data engineer is that he will be working on each and every of this layer, creating an end-to-end pipeline, making sure that everything is running in an optimized fashion in terms of cost and in terms of compute as well. Okay, so that is what we are going to do in this particular project. And so what are the key services involved, key techniques involved? If you ask me, when it comes to the data movement in the ingestion, we are going to take care of the batch and real-time streaming. Change data capture are involved in this project. Watermark incremental loading, metadata-driven pipelines that we are going to create. So whenever the data is moving from the different systems, we are going to incorporate all of these things. We are involving the batch and real-time streaming, and we are also including the CDC, watermarking, and metadata-driven approach. And transformation, sir, the entire processing and storage is happening with the help of the Medallion architecture, where bronze, silver, and gold comes into the picture. We are using the PySpark and Apache Beam frameworks for processing the data. And for transformations, we are using the BigQuery SQL. And we are also incorporating the SCD Type 2 for the historical data management. And when it comes to the optimization, we are going to use for organizing the data, refining the data, we are using the data warehousing techniques such as fact and dimension tables, data duplications and null handling, partitioning and clustering to optimize the data in terms of storage. And we are also making sure that our data is readily available, reliable, and observability is there. So this will comes under the governance and quality. So making sure that everything is logged properly. audit logging. We're also using the streaming dead letter handling and quality checks across all the layers to ensure that the data is quality enough and it is complete and accurate throughout the platform. And we're also using the workflow CI/CD platform for deploying your code. So we are creating a Airflow pipelines or DAGs and Cloud Build CI/CD and infrastructure as a code for automating the entire environment. So these are the different techniques. Even more we are using. I cannot be able to show you everything, but in the upcoming sessions, you are going to see everything. I hope you guys got very good understanding of the entire project. If you guys wanted to enroll, to this particular project, you can visit my website. I'm going to provide you the access portal via the link in the description. You can click on the link so that you can go to my website. You can select, there are multiple projects are there. You can select a banking project by browsing all the courses, and you can click on enroll button so that you can start your journey to the GCP data engineering project on banking domain. If you wanted to enroll today, you can do that. And if you wanted to if you have any questions related to any of these things, you can contact me as well. So I have provided my number here. You can also contact me. Maybe let me show you how this particular platform looks like if you guys wanted to see. So this is how you can go. The link will be provided to you. Once you click on the link, you will be landing onto my website like this. So you can see here Skillven IT Academy. So if you click on explore courses here, you will be going to the courses, and there are multiple courses are there. You can see all of these courses, and you can click on the self-paced. So multiple GCP data engineering projects are here. So the main project that we are focusing on this particular thing is banking GCP data engineering project, which is on demand. I am providing it to you for the discount only for few days. That's running at $14.99 only. If you guys wanted to enroll today, please enroll now. So the moment you click on, just provide your name, email, mobile number, create a login password so that you can just click on enroll now, then start accessing the project itself. Right? So that's all. Right? So you can enroll now itself, guys. And thank you for watching this entire video, and please share with your friends and family, and you can enroll it today. And we are providing the discount. This discount is also for few days only. Enroll as soon as possible. Thank you all.